Yeah. Put on those Pacers goggles.
Yeah.
What I'm about to say to you.
Shout out to the Pacers podcast.
Welcome to 3 Point Threat with Grant and
I'm Zay, baby. How you doing? How we doing? We're live. Welcome. If you're here, welcome. Thank you for having us.
So this might be a little change of pace, but I have to start
Hashtag pace.
with our future number 1 overall Indiana Fever pick, Caitlin Clark.
Double C. We need a cool nickname. Double C's, Chanel, Caitlin, something cool. I don't know. Caitlin Fever. Oh yeah, you did say I like Caitlin Fever.
Caitlin Fever because she gets hot.
Yeah. Look. This is a little bit of a pivot, but obviously Caitlin Clark, if you know, has been kind of stirring up the headlines, but we care a little bit extra because she's coming to Indiana, and Indiana ball as a whole is at a good height. Because whoa, Matrix. But anyway, I'm excited. Caitlin ball. Go ahead and break us down, man.
No, that is it's so cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure a lot of us had the thought of this is a make or break it game for women's basketball, because before this game, I watched maybe like 2 halves of women's basketball, just like here or there for like no reason.
I've never watched probably more than 60 seconds, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and so this game, I was like, it has to live up to height, and it over exceeded the height in my opinion.
Yeah. No, it was good. Honestly, I don't know if it was just good marketing or these ladies can hoop, man. But
they can hoop.
They can hoop, man, and it was cool because I don't know what really got me in. I guess it was more probably Caitlin Clark, and really just a feud between her and Angela Reese, who's also a hooper. She's a hooper as well.
Don't we all cheer for like the revenge game? Like I'm sure you saw like the times Angela Reese in the championship game did this multiple times.
Yeah.
And like that gets under your skin, bro. So like you want to see like the revenge.
Yeah, people hated that.
The revenge.
People hated that. I loved it. I love flagrancy. I love ratchetness.
I love when they're going back and forth.
I know.
I think like anybody who hates the players shouldn't do this. Like no, that makes the game better.
It felt like and here. Take a walk with me for a second.
Okay.
But it felt like a version of like Magic Bird kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like obviously for the visual, but also for like the vibe and like the hype around it. It was kind of like in what, kind of the overarching theme of it reminded me like I was there, but reminded me of the story of the Magic Bird times where it's like, this division and like, people are always I feel like everybody has a side. Everybody's like, I'm an LSU guy and I'm a, you know what I mean? Like, it was really cool to see, and I mean, these they hooped. These girls were hooping, man.
No, they did hoop. I mean, the whole game was back and forth. It was just a great game. The game,
it's a good game.
Actually had 12.3 million viewers.
Did it really?
Which is more than the NBA Finals. I mean, granted, this NBA Finals is probably down because it was Jokic and you know what I'm saying.
And people are bored of Jokic. That was like the narrative.
I think this was really a turning point in women's basketball. Like,
this is it.
Yeah, like 5 years from now, I sincerely expect women's basketball to have taken a huge leap.
This is, we've all heard the jokes, and I'm not going to sit here and make a couple of jokes, but I mean, do you know right now one full roster? Do you know any big three? Do you know? No, I don't either. I'm not trying to call you out, but I don't either. I don't think many people do. But like you said, this is probably that turning point.
Yeah, this will get you interested. I mean, the NBA was in a dying stance. Like they did not have a lot going when Magic Bird started. Yeah. Magic Bird is what revived the NBA, and like you said, I
made it mainstream.
Yeah, I think this would be the same thing of making it mainstream because, like, all the guys at work, I talked about like the Caitlin Clark OSU game, and they've all watched it.
Really did? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't really
watch it.
I only kind of got my info from you. Actually, you know what? This is funny. I have a basketball group chat where we all hoop. It's like 30 of us in there. We're all talking about hooping, and these guys went out hooping. And after they all got home, it was like the end of the game, basically. And everybody in that chat was like, hey, Caitlin Clark's dropping 40. Yo, Angela Reese got double-double. I was like, oh, snap. Yeah, there's never been talk about women's ball. Yeah, it was something like that.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, so things are changing.
The one disappointment about the game is Angela Reese got injured and you could.
Yeah, I remember she stepped out for a second.
Yeah. And because before she got injured, she was a problem for.
Bro, she was She was big. She was big.
She was making steals. She was blocking shots. She was. I mean, like she still had a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
But I think if she would have been healthy, I think there's a chance LSU really would have won because
Yeah, it really
the
fell
first
apart
half,
in the fourth.
she was going crazy.
It literally, I remember it was in halftime. It was 45-45. It was tied. You know what I mean? So, and then it's pretty much stayed neck and neck until about the fourth quarter, where Caitlin Clark just said, "Nah."
No. We talk all
She
the
said,
time.
"Nah."
We talk about all the time. Halliburton has these shots. When we're in a close game, whether we're down or we're up, he takes this like "fuck you" 3, and a lot of times he like makes it.
Yeah.
And like that's so cool. To me, this was like a top 3 basketball game I've watched this year because every 3 she took was "fuck you."
Yeah.
Fuck you. I don't care. Like I'm deep. I'm doing a side step back. There's like it was all Dame time 3s, like all of them.
Halliburton threes.
It
is funny to see the through line of Halliburton and his play style, and also Caitlin Clark and her play style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny to see that. Before we get too ahead of ourselves, I want to drop her stat line.
Okay.
She played 40 minutes, 41 points, 7 rebounds, 12 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 5 turnovers. But hey, that's a pretty fast stat line. And look, again, we're excited because from one way or another, and we don't know all the logistics, but she's guaranteed basically to come to Indiana Fever, right?
Yeah.
So it's like she's ours, Indiana Hoop. So you know, welcome to the club. You know. So
no, something really cool about it too is my sister-in-law, who's 13, she doesn't care about basketball at all. You know, she knows I do this podcast. She doesn't care at all.
Faces are weird.
When we were doing the Easter dinner, we were able to talk basketball because Caitlin Clark, and that was like so cool for me.
That is cool.
Yeah, like to be able to like, it's a lot easier to connect with. You know, I have a lot of female family members, and you know sometimes my interests kind of just differ so much from theirs. But it's awesome to be able to connect on something like that. Yeah. And now she wants to come see like a Fever game with me, which is a dream for me. That's awesome. That's
cool, man. And I could see that being really awesome. But here's the thing: like, if you were to tell me 5 years ago, hey, your nephew wants you to go see a WNBA game, I would go,
yeah.
Okay, but now that it's been heating up and we're seeing it's getting all this media coverage and we're seeing like these big stars like Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese and whatnot emerge. I mean, especially for us, again, we're getting Caitlin Clark, so it's like, oh yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be really cool. And it's like you can relate to them on a different level. So you know, we could sit back and crack these jokes. You know, what's a WNBA ticket cost? You know, what I mean, you know, whatever, blah blah blah.
For the Fever.
Yeah, no, but you know, expect more Fever talk. Maybe basically we're gonna follow Caitlin Clark a little bit more.
We're definitely going to.
Yeah, we're going to.
We're gonna go to some games. We'll probably have some podcasts dedicated to the Fever, just because I think I'm not 100% positive about this, but I think last year we had like a top 3 pick too. Like we've been bad. For a while. So I mean, we might have something like really brewing right now. That's cool.
And then, you know, just speaking about Indiana basketball, to transition from that into the Mad Ants, who have been playing very well. You know, I have not been following them very closely, but just seeing them overall, just seeing them play really well. And also, what was it?
Oscar Thibwe?
What award did he get? He got
he got MVP.
He got Rookie of the Year. I don't know if he got. Yeah. So Rookie of the Year. I mean, hey man, he was averaging like basically a 2020.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know the stats, but I feel like I've looked like 10 times. Like every once in a while, a page should be like, "Hey, Oscar Thibwe did." I feel like almost every time it's 20 rebounds.
Yeah.
Which again, it's a G League.
Yeah.
But if you have a good player in the G League, that's what you expect him to do.
Yeah.
And he's done it. So I really hope we don't lose because
we'll see.
The biggest thing, I mean, Siakam's helped out a lot. Siakam wasn't supposed to be a great rebounder for us, but he has been.
He has been.
Yeah. But
he just filled a role that was empty,
I feel like just having a great rebounder off the bench. I mean, if we had some type of like shooter off the bench and Oscar Thibwe, he can be half that. I really think he could be like 7-8 rebounds off the bench.
I can see him being like a better Isaiah Jackson. I could even see him potentially being a better Jalen Smith.
Better than Jalen Smith.
Jalen Smith is doing really good, and he actually had a career night the other night. But I mean, obviously,
what was his career night?
I remember we were playing the Raptors or something. I actually didn't watch the game; I just read about it. But he got ejected. I remember. He fouled out. I want to say he got ejected, but and he had like a career high scoring, and like he was getting he had like I don't know, like a double type thing. Like he was doing good, but apparently he just got fouled out. There was some BS. But regardless, it was a career night for him, and you know, it's great to see that, and I love developing him, and I love developing Isaiah Jackson. But we have a guy who's rookie of the year in the G League, averaging a double-double. We gotta give him a 10-day or something, man.
I think Isaiah Jackson has played really well with the opportunities he can get.
Yes.
But at this point, I would rather give Oscar the chance over Isaiah.
Yeah.
And then,
Or at least a shot.
There's players like Kendall Brown and what's Unk's name?
Oh, James Johnson? Something like that?
We
Yeah.
call him Unk because like
Uncle, man.
Yeah,
It's Uncle James, man. That's everybody's uncle, man. He just comes in, he's stretching his shit, motherfucker.
Yeah, he just be making everybody feel good. You know
Yeah,
and
he just like
comes in the game, bro, with the butt.
Yeah. And if Giannis comes over there glaring at us, we'll give him the eyes. He'll give him the eyes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
go back up, cuz.
If you want to throw some blows against the Pacers, you want to start some stuff.
No, you gotta go through
He's
JJ.
a professional MMA fighter.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, he's not like UFC professional.
Yeah,
but he gets paid to fight.
you're gonna have to go through JJ.
We got
Sorry.
to enforce her.
Yeah, we do. Which I'm fine with.
You know, if during the playoffs we have some type of scrappy moment, dude, he's somebody we can just send in.
Yeah.
About, oh no, Halliburton's suspended for this game.
Right.
No, we just send him out.
Send him in.
He takes the suspension. Dude,
He go do some Draymond shit. Yeah, Draymond shit, boy. He's on Draymond, basically.
He like throws like a head kick.
Yeah.
That'd be super cool.
But yeah, shout out to Oscar T. Shout out to the Mad Ants. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Something I also want to talk about is Halliburton has seemingly come back. He had that last game. He had 27 and 13, and he just looked a lot more comfortable. I'm going to kind of combine 2 points I had written on here in one.
Yeah.
He looks more comfortable, and I think we finally adjusted without Buddy Hield.
Did you think that was a hurdle for us?
Yes, because he's played with Buddy Hield for so long. And when you're watching the
I guess he has his entire career, actually. Yeah. Funny.
The Paul George podcast, he was talking about, Buddy Hield would set these certain screens for me. So he's just used to like this happens. So he has to play a different style or teach the other players on his team to play like Buddy. So that's like an adjustment. And I think
that's not the right way.
I don't think we're missing Buddy anymore.
No, and I think it's just like a learning thing for Halliburton because I mean the NBA is a business, man.
It is.
You cannot be attached to anybody, man. I mean, at the end of the day, he's got to realize, and I think most of us can kind of get behind this, that Halliburton is realistically the only person who is 100% off the table. There's people in the 90s. There's people in the 80%. There's people in the 70%. The only person who is just straight up not in negotiation talks is Halliburton. Let's be real. I mean, obviously, Pascal Siakam's its own situation there, but he's not even guaranteed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Siakam, but like with where he stands, it's hard to say that.
He is technically going to be a free agent.
Yeah.
At the end of the season. So, I mean, I
think he will resign. The only thing that would worry me about him resigning is basically us having a playoff blunder. Like a 4-0 sweep, that would worry me. As long as we're competitive in the playoff series, I think he resigns. Yeah. And I think we will be. We pull up the standings real quick.
Yeah, dude, as long as we don't play the goddamn Celtics, man.
Well, I think as of right now, we play the Cavs. Cavs are good. The biggest worry I have about the Cavs is they're gonna out-rebound. That's just
they have a way better center. They have like but we have no one that can stop.
As soon as I say that, I do think Siakam has been like the past, 10 games getting 10 rebounds.
Yeah.
So I just can't say yet because like how his career is gone, he's not known for that like double guy.
Yeah.
But if he keeps that up, then I think that's an easy win against like the Cavs. Like if he's able to get 9 or 10 rebounds a game, I think that's an easy win.
Yeah.
I just don't know yet how much because nobody on our team has crazy play. Like Turner's been in the playoffs, but he's got swept the playoffs. You know?
Yeah. Turner is not really a guy we can be like, thanks for your, we need your leadership now. You know what I mean?
So like,
it's actually going to be Siakam.
Facts, yeah.
There's no one but Siakam.
Everybody's brand new except Siakam, and that's a good leader to have.
Yeah.
Because he has been so consistent. Every single time I check, I don't think since we've had him, I don't think once I've looked at his stats and been like, oh, he had a bad game. I think every time he's got a good game.
We might have touched on this last time, but I remember reading this. His career average in points is 18. He's averaging 21 right now, maybe 22.
Yeah.
Fire. He's up in rebounds and assists. He is more efficient than he's basically ever been.
And he's not at a ceiling yet because he hasn't played with Halliburton fully healthy yet.
Halliburton being the nature of his position, the assist god, is to make everybody around him better. Yeah, it's a unique position to be in. It's basically CP3 shit, but times 2. I mean, Halliburton's the best that we've seen do what he does. Honestly, I don't think that's crazy to say. He's already broken all Chris Paul's records, basically. You know what I mean? So, Halliburton literally, I mean, if there's one guy that makes you better, it is Halliburton. So Halliburton is basically put the guys around him to work. You know what I mean? So Siakam with that. I think we've already seen that, and then this talk is just making me dream about once we get that third piece of our big three. It's like,
I will say
top 4 seed.
The one thing I'm worried about with the playoffs right now is we are that 6th seed.
Yeah.
And the Heat are 2 games behind us.
Yeah.
And if it was any other team, wouldn't be so worse. I mean, honestly, even the 76ers only.
And Embiid is back.
Yeah, and Embiid is back. So we don't have this locked up. If we can just get a playoff spot locked up, it's so good. But if we have to play the 76ers with Embiid or the Miami Heat in the play-in tournament, I mean, that is scary.
That's scary.
That is scary.
It's scary.
For the next 10 years, I don't know if there would be a scarier play-in tournament than having Embiid back. You know what I'm saying? And the Jimmy Butler Heat. I mean, seriously, that is a scary playoff.
I wouldn't go as far to say 10 years, but I definitely see your point. Oh, man, look, I mean,
when are you going to have an MVP candidate playing in the –
But how long has he been gone? He's been gone for a minute, though.
Yeah,
he came off a serious injury and a surgery, I think.
Yeah, not too often are you going to have somebody who is in the MVP conversation in the 7, 8, 9, 10 seed, you know?
Right. That's very circumstantial, though. I mean, he was leading the Sixers. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just avoid that. I just need to see the playoffs. I cannot.
I know. It's time, y'all. We're getting so close.
Even though
we're getting so close.
Halliburton has been so good in clutch moments, I feel nervous.
I just want him to be healthy. But here's the thing. Here's my thought when it comes to Halliburton. I understand what he's doing. He's playing through an injury because if he does not, he would not be eligible to make $40 million or something like that, or maybe $60 million. It's like you don't know what that like. We can all sit back and judge. You don't know what that's like. I will never know what that's like. So can you really blame the guy?
If you just offer me, hey, you'll get a $7 an hour raise this year if you don't use all your PTO. I'm not using all my PTO. I don't care how sick I can have COVID. I can break my back. I'm going there.
Hey, we're gonna give you $10 more grand a year, but I need you to get half as much sleep as you get. Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
I'll make it work. Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah,
you can do it.
We can relate in that. I will say the Magic are 3 games ahead of us. I will say I keep saying I don't think they're gonna keep pushing, but they do keep pushing, and it's so frustrating because they're a team that should have a losing streak, but they're just not. A
lot of people could argue that us and the Magic are probably very similar teams where we just made these huge jumps from a bottom 8 seed or from a bottom, in our standings to the top, so we're actually pretty much dogs in the same race, they're just 1 seed above us.
I would argue they're a little bit more dogs because they got Paulo, and you know what I'm saying? Just based on our roster, to me, Siakam is better than Paulo.
Yeah.
And then we have Halliburton. So, it shouldn't be close, and it's so frustrating that it is.
Yeah.
We should have something locked in right now.
I know. Paulo's a pure scorer, and they basically built their team around him in a way that this promotes him just getting buckets. And it works, it works.
Whatever the Magic are doing, they've definitely got the most potential possible out of their squad, which is all you can ask for your GM and your coach.
Same for us. We're very similar.
They've maxed out. If they had a Doc Rivers,
they're
not making the playoffs. For real.
No.
They're not making the playoffs.
No.
But they have
quick note,
max out
the Doc Rivers are 50 or Doc Rivers. The Bucks are 15-14 since getting Doc Rivers. So isn't that a curse, dude? Isn't that and they were 30-15 of the last coach type shit. This guy is, I don't know who thought it was a good idea to get Doc.
Can I overhype you real quick?
Go ahead.
Give you some fantasies right now. Okay?
All right. What happened?
With how everything is seated right now.
Hey, hold on. Sorry.
Yeah. Put on those Pacers goggles.
Yeah.
What I'm about to say to you, it's nuts up.
I can't die.
So, with how the play-in is scheduled right now, we have the Heat and the 76ers with Embiid. If we make the playoff, the Celtics and the Bucks might have to play Heat and the 76ers. Right? It's
a good matchup.
Can you imagine?
It's a fun matchup.
Can you imagine being the number 1 seed and then all of a sudden you got to play the Embiid Sixers, who arguably the Embiid Sixers would probably be the 2 if Embiid did not get injured. All of a sudden you have to play this great team.
Yeah.
So that honestly, and not in a lot of years, but right now, if we for sure make the playoffs, we almost have a chance to make the finals just because the top dogs can get knocked off by the bottom dogs. That's a real possibility.
Watching the Heat play the Celtics would be really fun just because, obviously what happened last season. You know what I mean? They play each other in the conference finals or something like that.
I wouldn't want Heat, Celtics, and Bucks 76ers.
That'd be fun.
Because I think that's a fun matchup, and that's the best chance of the underdogs overcoming.
I just want to play the Bucks. over the Cavs and over the Knicks. I know it sounds funny, but
Really?
what do you mean, really? We beat them 5
Giannis
times
had
this season.
a triple-double, missing like 4 shots.
Cool. He has career high against us.
I know. I get
We
it,
still
I
whooped
get
his
it, but,
ass
like,
5 other times.
We've had a lot of wins where Giannis goes off and we still win, but can we trust that in a 7 game? When they're like planning for us every night, they're like, Halliburton, when he goes right, he does this. Like they're actively trying to plan this out. I don't
It's a good question. We'll find out. But I mean, at the end of the day,
Siakam, before we got Siakam, I would feel like we're not out of it playing the Bucks.
bro, we did all.
Siakam.
Well, yeah, we did all this without Siakam.
Yeah.
Now we have Siakam.
Yeah, no, that is a point I really hadn't think about. A lot of these teams before we got Siakam, like Knicks, Magic, Cleveland, Bucks, I thought we could beat.
Yeah.
And now we have Siakam.
Yeah.
There's no reason to think he won't ball.
I mean, look, man, I touch on it every pod, but basically, I mean, I just feel like I can take a deep breath going, wow, we were really like a 14th seed or something stupid last season. We are a 6th seed right now.
We have 10 more wins than last year.
And that's significant.
No,
That's significant. We have a positive record.
15-20% more wins. That's crazy.
That's nothing to sneeze at. So I mean, it's just like it's. I could almost cry just to see how it's a significant jump we've made in one season.
I mean, honestly, if Halliburton didn't get injured, there's literally no doubt in my mind we'd be the 3 better.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's not even a question. Like, because adding Siakam all of a sudden with a healthy Halliburton, it's not even a conversation. Yeah, because all we'd have to do is win 2 more of those games.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we'd do that. Which is frustrating, and that's why, especially if we did the play-in and lose, it was so frustrating this year.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like stressed out because we deserve it this year.
We deserve it,
the
man.
Team balled out.
Yeah.
Like everybody played over expectations. Even Miles Turner's having a career.
And here's the deal: at the end of the day, if we make the playoffs, I don't care if it ends up being horrible. Now, obviously, I don't want to be swept, but if it's anything beyond getting swept, it's going to be good experience for Halliburton and the squad.
Yeah,
Halliburton, the only thing he really lacks is playoff experience. He has other things. He's got a lot of other great attributes. But the one thing holding him back the most is a lack of playoff experience. So once we get there, so even if it's bad, I mean, we're not really trying to win a championship this year. I mean, whatever the Heat got, okay. But
if we could get there, I don't think we could win it.
No.
I really think we could get there.
If we somehow beat the Celtics and made our way to the finals.
We'd have to. I think the 76ers could take them out.
Okay.
I feel a lot better about playing the 76ers than I do about the Celtics.
Yes. I mean, somehow, if we did that, whatever, if we somehow squirmed away, if we went on like a Heat run, which is possible.
Forever give us hope.
Forever give us hope. But there's no all these teams on the West. It's tough.
Their playing tournament.
Oh my god!
I think we have like Mavs, Golden State, Lakers, and Suns.
Mavs are a 4 seed. It's going to be
Mavs are a 4 seed now.
A 4 to 6, something like that. Yeah, because I watched the game last night with the Lakers, and they're up there. They went on they've won like 12 games in a row or something stupid.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I know. But it's going to be. I know it's going to be the Golden State's a 10 seed, and I know Lakers are like a 9 seed or something. So they're playing a game. It's already damn. It's between the Golden State. It's between LeBron and Steph. Holy shit! You know what I mean? Like
a playing game with LeBron and Steph.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
Dude. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of LeBron, last Friday, we went to a Pacers.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about it. Yeah, it was a great game. We shit on the Lakers.
I will say it was crazy. We kind of came in just a tad bit late, and LeBron got a dunk, one of like the first 6 scores.
Oh yeah, we heard the place go crazy. Yeah, it was crazy.
Overall, we saw a lot of noise for the Pacers, but if LeBron did something like really cool,
it was our first LeBron game. Obviously, I like to make fun of people who glaze LeBron. It's like, dude, come on. I get it, but come on. But no, honestly, seeing him in person, it was cool. It was cool seeing the GOAT. It was cool. He stands out on the court. I mean, he's just like he's a jacked 40-year-old 6'8" guy. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
My favorite play was it bounced off the rim. LeBron took his left hand and just like D'Angelo Russell was like sprinting down the court.
Yeah.
LeBron took his left hand and just slapped the ball directly into D'Angelo Russell's chest.
Yeah.
Right under the basket, and they scored. I'm like, dude, if Halliburton made that pass with both hands, I'm like,
yeah.
And LeBron just year 40.
Seeing it in person,
crazy.
it's honestly like a travesty to me that the Lakers are so bad without LeBron. It's like, dude, you're letting the old guy on your team. Who's the next oldest guy? Is he even 10% as efficient as LeBron? You know what I mean? Like for age.
I mean, if the Lakers are in the East, they'd be at least the top 3.
Yeah, that's a different conversation. But yeah, no.
I mean, a lot of the East teams.
I
The
know.
Mavs would be,
slanted.
the Suns would be,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Besides our top 4, basically.
The Suns, I will say, look, I expected them to do bad during the regular season because you got to have like a lot of bench play to win games in the regular season.
Right.
But in the playoffs, scary.
Yeah.
Scary time.
Yeah. I think I'm about out of topics. My
Same
head,
here.
you got a little migraine, but yeah, man, I think I'm good. You have a little sign off. You have anything to mention? You have anything to plug?
Follow our Facebook page, 3 Point Threat.
3
Our
Point
YouTube
Threat.
channel, same name,
3
Threat.
point, number
And
3 point threats.
Every Wednesday at 7 p.m. You should expect us here.
Wednesday at 7. Here we are. I want to do a shout out to our YouTube channel specifically. How many views are we at on our page overall?
We just hit 150 subscribers.
150 subscribers. Yeah, it's big for us.
100,000 views.
100,000 views. That's fantastic. And also, what is it? We had a video to get the most views in the 24-hour period recently. What was it?
Yeah. Our podcast got the most views in a 48-hour timeline that a podcast got. We've had shorts that have gone like way above it.
Yeah.
But our podcast popped off.
So yeah,
on YouTube.
look,
that's
big for us. I mean, hey, you know what I mean?
It's the first full year we've done it, so we're still doing a lot of growing. We still have a lot of growing pains, but we're suspecting that we're going to be hitting stride here. Yeah,
man. Look, I just want to shout out everybody who's watching right now. Anybody who's on the YouTube right now, thank you for commenting. Anybody on our Facebook, thank you for fucking with us, man. We're having fun. We're trying to. We love the Pacers. And if you're here, you more than likely do too. You know what I mean? Or if you're just here to be here, hey, I appreciate you checking in. But look, man, we're just 2 dudes fucking around and we're having a good time. You know, just bear with us. We're gonna get all the kinks out. You know, follow us, man. 3 Point Threat.
Daily content on 3 Point Threat on the Facebook.
Daily content. If you just want to come in, say what's up, say fuck the Celtics, say I love Halliburton, say TJ McConnell's our MJ, whatever, man. You can come in and do whatever you want. You know, have fun with us. You know, we have like around 130 people in there, 140 in there. 143. So, you know, we're a growing community. That's a lot. We've had the page for what, 3-4 months maybe?
But it's a fun community.
It's a fun community, man. Come in and have fun. There's no rules, man. Just come in and have fun. But, you know, again, thanks for messing with us, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to us, 3 Point Threat.
See y'all.